Alright, quick update on green Satoshi token. So, since my last video, it seems like we've had a few very explosive pumps to the upside, which were both fake outs in both occasions. We had a large amount of volume coming in that was not backed up by any continuation in volume. So that's the number one problem I always have with green Satoshi token is we see these explosive pumps to the upside. We see, one single 4-hourly candle worth of volume, and then the next 4 hours it's like we don't get any more continuation, and we start moving back down to the downside. We saw it over here where we had a pump from literally 85 cents up to $2 within a single 4-hourly candle. Within the next 4-hourly candle we were once again sitting at 99 cents and moving back down. We did this literally, apparently this was yesterday. So yesterday we pumped all the way up to $1 and we came right back down and closed at 70 cents. And today from the candle body opening 70 cents all the way back up to 84 cents, candle body closed at 74. So I've connected these lines as best as I can. Obviously only 2 of them connect, this one almost connected, but every single time we do have these explosive fake outs, bear in mind we do move back down to the downside, which is definitely something we do need to take into consideration. Also, green Satoshi token has broken out of this very harsh downtrend, but nonetheless we are still finding ourselves within another downtrend. If we look at the 4-hourly time frame, once again you can see recently we've been getting converged against these EMA ribbons. Now there's a few different bullish, well there's really one bullish sign that I do notice right now, and it is the fact that we are playing out something very reminiscent of a inverse head and shoulders pattern. This one is a little bit ugly, a little bit short and stubby, nonetheless still completely valid. If we extrapolate the price target of this, it really wouldn't be anything crazy, unfortunately. This would literally only carry us up to 83 cents. And at this moment in time, like I said, it kind of does seem like we've bounced on this and we are starting to move back down. My last couple of videos for green Satoshi token, my opinions really have not changed. I flipped bearish on this quite a while ago, and the last video we made, or not the last video, but the last major prediction we were calling for, I believe we were actually calling for a move down to somewhere around about here. This panned out, but we were calling at $1.20 after basically this massive fake out. This started to move back down to $1.20, and I believe this is when I made my video, but I was calling for a 60% drop on green Satoshi token. At this moment in time we're about 41% down, which is very nice, because if, like myself, you have recognized that the markets on altcoins are bearish and you are sitting on the sidelines in Bitcoin, USD, whatever you want to be in, then these altcoins are becoming very cheap, which is great. Also, the next price target to really beat is the $1 mark. I really don't see green Satoshi token going on another bullish run until we do take out $1. So bear in mind, until we take out this $1 mark, I would absolutely not get bullish whatsoever. Like I said, we did flip bearish on this quite a while ago. If we do zoom out, I believe it was when the daily EMA ribbons flipped at $4.35. Previously, we were very bullish on this when we were holding market structure. As soon as we started to break market structure, bear in mind, with for altcoins specifically, I do not like to invest in altcoins in the long term. I like to invest in Bitcoin in the long term, and I like to use altcoins in order to accumulate more Bitcoin. That is my trading plan. You might have a different trading plan, that's fine. But my trading plan is to swing trade these altcoins, get in at the start of uptrends, get out when we see these swings to the downside in terms of breaking the market structure, and then I like to get back into these altcoins when we do once again break the market structure to the upside. So by no means am I a green Satoshi token hater. I am looking to trade this, but I'm simply waiting for a sensible position to enter, and at this moment in time it doesn't seem like we are seeing anything like that. We've been going sideways and down for the past significant period in time. Since the 18th of May, bears have fully been in control of all the momentum. We haven't even subsided and moved up a tiny bit in favor of the bulls. That does not mean that we can't in the short term. As you can see, we've had many instances where we have these explosive rallies within a 4-hourly time frame. We don't get any continuation, and we start to once again lollygag to the side and then get ready for the next breakdown. So if we simply look at the last couple of pumps that we've had, once again, explosive pump to the upside, no continuation. What do? M pattern breakdown to the downside. The last time we did this, or the last 2 times we did this, once again, explosive pump to the upside, no continuation, and we basically lollygag sideways. Explosive pump to the upside, no continuation, and at this moment in time we are lollygagging to the side. So I do find the breakdown still more likely for green Satoshi token. I've been calling for 48 to 49 cent for quite some period of time now, and I do still think this is coming down there. So just a quick update on the USD pair. I know a lot of people are probably getting quite excited. I believe we've had quite a few pumps because in the past day they announced for green Metaverse token and the green Satoshi token that they were going to be implementing some updates. Those updates came out today. We pumped into the news of that, didn't get any continuation, and since then we have been dropping down. I also would like to head over to the Heikinashi candles because I believe Heikinashi candles define uptrends and downtrends a lot better than regular Japanese candlesticks. A lot of the time, you know, people can look at these Japanese candlesticks, and because maybe they're emotionally invested, you know, they don't appreciate people being honest and, you know, giving, you know, unbiased analysis saying that things are going to move down. But when you put things into perspective, look at a candle body which focuses on momentum shifts, which is like Heikinashi candles, you can see we are in a sea of red right now. So, you know, the uptrend has clearly not started. Sure, you could argue we could be coming down for, you know, a bottoming structure right now, but at this moment in time, like I said, the way I trade altcoins is I get in on the start of uptrends. So if we were to see a start of an uptrend, I'd like to see us flip above $1, a flip above $1, 95 cent. If 95 cent gets flipped and then we start to push above $1, we'll be above most of the price targets that I think we'd need to be above to see a short-term run-up, and that is potentially when I might look at making a short-term trade. If you are interested in, you know, knowing in time-sensitive information when I am looking to potentially make a short-term trade on these altcoins, make sure to head over to the Discord. I will be updating when I do see any altcoin that I would like to trade, but at this moment in time, I'm not seeing it. There's not a position that I'd be looking to enter on in this right now. You know, looking at this very, very objectively, we have been bearish on the 4-hourly EMA ribbon since $5.82. So, as I always say, you know, I trade these markets, I get in at the start of these uptrends, I get out at the start of these downtrends, and once again, I buy back in for cheaper once we see these trend shifts, and the trend has been bearish since $5.82. If, like myself, you've been sitting on the sidelines since the momentum shift over here, I believe I got out on the daily momentum shift actually. So if we hop over to the daily, it's about 83% of a discount. So, you know, while people may say, you know, I'm a hater, I'm a fodder, blah, 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 I'm just looking at this objectively. I do like trading altcoins, but I do like making money more than I like blindly having faith in a project and, you know, DCAing when we're clearly going further down. Volume exponentially heading up to the upside, really, really not looking good on any time frame, on any metric. Like I said, if you were looking for this to break bullish, you would be looking for that flip of $1. Until that happens, I would absolutely not jump into this market. Also, one last thing, because on the 4-hourly time frame, or, you know, well, not 4-hourly time frame, we've got the EMA ribbons, the $1 is the psychological level, but also if we do flip $1, not only will we be back above the psychological level of $1, not only would we be back above the 4-hourly EMA ribbons, but we would have also flipped the 13 EMA. Let's zoom out. How has the 13 EMA reacted to the price? Every single time. Well, we came up to this at $2.90. This was the last time. No, we actually came up to this $2. So the last time we visited this was $2. The time before that, we visited it at $2.93, basically $3. The time before that, we crossed it at $5.60. So 13 EMA is going to be a huge, huge level that GST would need to get above if you did want to be bullish. That is all I've got for green Satoshi token against the US dollar. I would also just like to show you how green Satoshi token is performing against Bitcoin. I do check this out every day to see if there is a GST BTC pair, because previously we had this disgusting chart over on Bittrex. Okay, so this is nice. All these charts do the same thing. Let's see. Is this chart legit? No, it's not. So this is really annoying because all the green Satoshi token charts against Bitcoin over on TradingView are just completely broken and not accurate whatsoever. You can see the last one said we haven't moved at all. This one says we've moved up 2,000% against Bitcoin, which just hasn't happened. But this is a great way to check how your altcoins are performing against Bitcoin. If you simply, type in over on CoinMarketCap the asset that you want to evaluate against Bitcoin. So we're going to be checking out green Satoshi token. Scroll down, simply untick the US dollar pair and tick Bitcoin. If you want a side-by-side overview of how the USD and the BTC pair is, then don't untick the USD, but I'm just going to untick it because I'm interested in how green Satoshi token is performing against Bitcoin. We hop over to the yearly time frame, even though this has literally been out for just over 3 months or so. You can see I mentioned this before, but this moved from 0.0002, so a 2 with 3 zeros, all the way down to a 2 with 4 zeros. So we've added a 0 in the mix. We are down approximately 90% against Bitcoin. Like I said, this sucks because we can't chart this against Bitcoin over on TradingView, and you might be thinking you can click TradingView here and you'll get the USD pair, but once again this just loads the BTC pair rather. But if you click TradingView, it simply comes up with once again the BTC pair, and you can't switch this out, which is very, very annoying. But nonetheless, this is what we've got to deal with. This is the only BTC chart that we have at this moment in time. Very, very bearish against Bitcoin. We are capitulating below the mint prices against Bitcoin, and at this moment in time, with this most recent bounce that we're seeing on the daily, what is green Satoshi token saying? We've actually flatlined now already, so we haven't actually moved up, which kind of sucks. But yeah, like I said, I do think green Satoshi token is moving down. Be very, very careful. I have been saying this for the past month in all of my altcoin videos, but while the Bitcoin dominance is moving up, then it is not a good idea to be in altcoins, because while the Bitcoin dominance is moving up, it's literally in the name. Bitcoin has a higher dominance in terms of the crypto market cap, so ergo it is outperforming altcoins. If you're investing in altcoins right now, this is probably the single most important chart, the Bitcoin dominance. If you are, an altcoin hodler, you'd be looking for this to start to have a big breakdown. That could mean the altcoins could run against Bitcoin. But while the Bitcoin dominance is moving up, and once again looking at how these altcoins are performing against Bitcoin, this is basically the inverse of the Bitcoin dominance chart. It's not looking good. So at some point in time, I'm sure green Satoshi token will be a very, very, very good short-term trade that we can swing. I will be letting you know when I do think this is going to be breaking bullish, but at this moment in time, I do still expect lower price targets to come into fruition. That's basically all I've got. I do also want to mention that within the past 24 hours, there has been approximately a 70%, 69% approximately increase in terms of the 24-hour volume. This has been happening a little bit more frequently than normal recently, because like you can see from these candles we're having, to be fair, I should take this from the candle body opening, we've been having 56 pumps, the 56% pumps that subsequently break down another 33%, so that's obviously going to have a big increase in the volume. Then we're having 27% pumps, which are moving down about to the candle body to where it closed, about 16% or so. So we keep on seeing these big runs up in the price action, which are just not supported by any increase in volume. Sure, we see these nice lengthy volume candles on the 4-hour, but what happens the next 4-hour? We either see a tiny bit of green volume coming in, or the bears once again come back to take over the market. So like I said, if you're looking for this to break bullish, you would be looking for the flip above the EMA ribbons. Until that happens, until we start breaking above $1, I would definitely be sitting on the sidelines for this. This is all I've got for green Satoshi token today. Hope you found some value in this video. As I previously mentioned at the start of this video, I am still predicting, I have been predicting for this 60% move to come all the way down to 48.5 cent. And as of where we are now, this is still about another 31% drop. So doing good so far. That's basically all I've got for green Satoshi token. Best of luck as always. Cowboy out. Peace.